Hello students, today's topic is sequences and series. Before you start solving MCQs on this topic, you should first revise this topic. There are three types of sequences: arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence, harmonic sequence. Three means relation between them, sigma notation, and finally three important series: sigma r square, and sigma r cube. We begin with first MCQ. If ABC are in AP, then A upon BC, 1 upon C, 1 upon B are in. Now you should know that if three numbers are in AP and if we divide all of them by the same non-zero number, the resulting numbers are also in AP. So here I divide each of them by BC to get A upon BC, 1 upon C and 1 upon B. So these numbers are in AP. So the correct option is A, that is Ahmedabad. Next one, for an AP, ninth term is 0 and we are asked to find the ratio of 29th to 19th terms. What is the formula for nth term of an AP? It is A plus n minus 1 into D. Now T9 is given to be 0. So that gives me A plus 8D equal to 0. Now for this ratio, what is T29? A plus 28D. T19, A plus 18D. Now I have to use the fact that A plus 8D is 0. So I rearrange the terms in numerator and denominator to get this. So replace this by 0 to get 0 plus 20D upon 0 plus 10D. So what is the final answer? 2 is to 1, which is given in option B. See, if you think that explanation is not required, you can mute the audio, but I will suggest that you better listen to explanation. In fact, I have not written all the steps, so instead of you reading between the lines, I will explain all the steps. Of course, choice is yours. Now the next one, for an AP, TP is A. Now what is TP? TP means pth term, that is A. TQ is B, TR is C. Then we are asked to find the value of this expression. Now, what is formula for nth term of an AP? It is A plus n minus 1 into D. Usually we go for small a to represent the first term of an AP, but A is already taken. It happens to be what? Pth term, and therefore I use capital A to represent the first term. So small a is capital A plus P minus 1 into D. Similarly, we can write for B and C. Now we are asked to find the value of this expression. So substitute the values of A, B and C. You have to simplify it patiently to get final answer as 0. Here I have written directly, but you will require at least 15 to 20 seconds for simplification. You should try to reduce this time, because remember, on an average you are going to get only 108 seconds for one sum. So here what is the answer? The correct answer is C. The next one, x plus 1, x plus 4, x plus 7 up to x plus 28 is given to be 155. So what is the value of x? Note that the given terms are in arithmetic progression. The first term is x plus 1. What is the common ratio? X plus 4 minus x plus 1, that is 3. Now the first thing is we have to find how many terms are there in all, that is small n. Here I have used the formula for Tn equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Substitute the values to get n equal to 10. Then use this formula to find sum of the first n terms. What is that formula? It is n by 2 into A plus Tn. So if I substitute the values, I get x as x as 1. So which is the correct option? The correct option is A, Ahmedabad. Arithmetic means between 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 24 are A1 and A2. Then what are the values of A1 and A2? Remember, between any two numbers we can insert number of arithmetic means. Now A1 and A2 are arithmetic means between 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 24. So 1 upon 3, A1, A2, 1 upon 24 will be in AP. So second minus first equal to fourth minus third. That gives me a1 plus a2 equal to 9 by 24. Now you will notice that denominator of each fraction is 72. So I write this as 27 upon 72. Actually there are two unknowns, right? A1 and A2. So we need two equations to find their values. But here we can use shortcut method, check options, that is addition of these two should be 27 by 72. You will notice that in option B only, listen carefully, in option B only this happens. So we declare that it is the correct option. If you are going to use shortcut method, you have to be very careful. See here, values in option B satisfy this. So don't declare that it is the correct option. You have to verify that values in options C and D do not satisfy, and then only you can say that B is the correct answer. If values in option C also satisfy, see this is possible because there are infinitely values of A1 and A2 for which sum is 27 by 72. So in that case, there is no other option than to obtain second equation. I can use the fact that A1 is arithmetic mean between 1 upon 3 and A2. Is that clear? But at least in this case, it is not required. So the correct option is B, Bombay. The next one, for an AP, only T21 is given. We can find only S20 or S22 or S40 or S41. Remember, if any two terms of a sequence, arithmetic, geometric or harmonic are given, then that sequence is determined completely. Here only 21st sum of an AP is given. So using that, we can only find one particular sum, which is that we have to find. See, 21st sum is given. So I say A plus 20D is given. That is 2A plus 40D upon 2 is given. Suppose it is K. What is Sn? N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. That is N into this. Compare this with this. That gives me N minus 1 equal to 40. That gives me N equal to 41. This clearly shows that with 21st term rather, we can find sum of the first 41 terms. So the correct option is D, Delhi. Now the next one, 2 plus 22 plus 222 up to n terms. The sum is, you should know the standard method also. See, the terms are neither in AP nor in GP. So you have to take 2 upon 9 common and so on. But here there is no need to use this method. You can go for shortcut method. Check options by putting n equal to 1. So n equal to 1 means first term. So here it is 2. Now put n equal to 1 in options. You will notice that in option B only you get 2. In ACD you do not. So the correct option is B. Next one, for GP, A is 2, S infinity is 6, then what is R? Do you know the meaning of infinity? We say that number of stars in the sky is infinite, or number of natural numbers is infinite. We cannot find the last natural number, right? So infinity is something which is greater than every real number, but infinity is not a real number, and therefore we cannot show infinity by a point on number line. So we should not say x equal to infinity, we should say x tends to infinity. But we can definitely say that sum up to infinity of geometric sequence or progression is 6, and this is possible only if modulus of common ratio is less than 1, that is minus 1 less than r less than 1. Now what is the formula? It is a upon 1 minus r. So 6 equal to 2 upon 1 minus r. Solve this to get r equal to 2 by 3. See, if your concepts are clear, you will not consider C and D, these two options, because in these two options R is greater than 1. So the competition is in between which options? A and B. Okay. The next one, A, 8B, where A not equal to B, are in geometric progression, and A, B minus 8 are in arithmetic progression. Then what are the values of A and B? You can use standard method, which I usually call as Rajamanya method, that these three terms are in GP. So 8 square equal to AB. Similarly, second equation, using the fact that AB minus 8 are in AP. Two unknowns, two equations, solve them. But here it is not required, because if you check the options, you will notice that in option D only, that is for A equal to 16 and B equal to 4, both the conditions are satisfied, that these are in GP and these numbers are in AP. So the correct option is D. G1 and G2 are two geometric means between two positive numbers P and Q. Then what is G1 into G2? G1, G2 are geometric means between P and Q. So P, G1, G2 and Q are in geometric progression. So G1 upon P is Q upon G2. Q key, the terms are in geometric progression. So the ratio of two consecutive terms is constant. So if you cross multiply, you get G1, G2 equal to PQ. So the correct option is B, Bombay. The next one, for geometric progression, 10th term is 9, 4th term is 4. What is 7th term? What is formula for nth term of GP? It is AR raised to n minus 1. So 10th term is 9, gives AR raised to 9 equal to 9. T4 is 4, gives AR cube equal to 4. If you solve these, you get R cube. You need not find the value of R. R cube is sufficient. R cube is 3 by 2 and A is what? 8 by 3. Now it is 7th term. It is A into R raised to 6. R raised to 6 is square of R cube. So on simplification, you get 6. So the correct option is C, Calcutta. Now, relation between three means. If A and B are two numbers, then arithmetic mean between them is A plus B by 2. Geometric mean is root AB and harmonic mean is 2AB upon A plus B. Now they are represented by A, G and H respectively. What is the relation between them? A greater than or equal to G greater than or equal to H. Second, G square equal to H. Now can I say that G is geometric mean, or geometric mean is geometric mean between whom? Arithmetic mean and harmonic mean. Now if two numbers A and B are equal, then only A will be equal to G will be equal to H. But otherwise, if A and B are not equal, then arithmetic mean is the greatest. For two positive numbers, arithmetic mean is 25, geometric mean is 12. What is the harmonic mean? Now arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean are related by G square equal to H. So what is H? G square upon A. Substitute the values to get H as 5.76. So the correct option is C, Calcutta. Now this is simple one. For harmonic progression, T7 is 1 by 10, T12 is 1 by 25. What is T20? Now what is harmonic progression? If ABC are said to be in HP, if their reciprocals 1 upon A, 1 upon B, 1 upon C are in AP, that is arithmetic progression. So consider corresponding AP. For HP, T7 1 by 10. So for AP, what will be 7th term? 10. What will be 12th term for AP? 25. We know formula for nth term of an AP. So I get these two equations. A plus 6D equal to 10. A plus 11D equal to 25. On solving, we get first term A as minus 8 and common difference as 3. Now what is 20th term of an AP? A plus 19D. Substitute the values. A minus 8D3. You get 49 as 20th term of AP. But what is asked? 20th term of HP. So it will be 1 upon 49. So the correct option is D, that is Delhi. Now the next one, 3 plus 5r plus 7r square up to infinity is 44 by 9. Then what is r? Observe that the given series is arithmetico-geometric series. What do you mean by arithmetico-geometric sequence first? Consider an arithmetic sequence a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d and so on. Consider geometric sequence 1r r square. A sequence obtained by multiplying corresponding terms of AP and GP is called as arithmetico-geometric sequence. Now sum to infinity of this exists if and only if modulus of common ratio is less than 1, that is minus 1 less than r less than 1. So here 3, 5, 7 are in AP. So what is the first term A? It is 3 and common ratio is r. Now this is the formula for sum to infinity. Put A equal to 3 and the sum is given to be 44 by 9. So solve this equation. Here I have written the value directly, but I am again telling you, you have to reduce this time. Many students, they take 1 or 2 minutes to find the value of r. You hardly get 108 seconds to solve the complete sum. So you should reduce this time. On solving, you get r equal to 1 upon 4. So the correct option is D. Again here 17 upon 11, 4 cannot be the correct options because r greater than 1. Now the next one, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to n square is 1015. What is the value of n? Now what does LHS represent? Sum of the squares of first n natural numbers. It is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon 6 given to be 1015. Now check options. Put n equal to 13. See whether you get 1015 or not. If not, then B, not C, and then D will be the correct answer. But here you will notice that for n equal to 14, you get LHS same as RHS. Now you will ask me what is the usual method if options are not given. Then n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 is 1015 into 6. Now there is one method, donkey method, in that you just expand this, obtain a cubic equation and solve that. But it is not required because we know that n is a natural number. So why not to express the product 1015 into 6 as n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 form. So this will be 14 into 15 into what? 29. Here you have to revise sigma 1. What is sigma 1? It is n sigma r square, sigma r cube. Next one, number of terms in arithmetic progression a, b, and what is nth term? C. That number is. Now terms are in AP. So what is common difference? B minus a. Nth term is given to be C. So a plus n minus 1 into b minus a, because d is b minus a, is C. Solve this equation for n to get n equal to what? B plus c minus 2a upon b minus a. So the correct option is C. The next one, the sum of the 3-digit numbers divisible by 7 is. Now which is the smallest 3-digit number divisible by 7? It is 105. The next one is 112. The largest 3-digit number divisible by 7 is going to be 994. Now we do not know total number of numbers. So we go for Tn equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Nth term is 994. Common difference is 7. This is the first term. So that gives me n equal to 128. Now what is the formula for sum? It is n by 2 into a plus Tn. Substitute the values. Simplify to get sum as what? 70,336. It is given in which option? Option C. Now this is again an interesting sum. For two arithmetic progressions, the ratio of sum of the first n terms is given. We are asked to find the ratio of their 11th terms. Remember, two different arithmetic progressions. So first terms are different, common difference are also different. So what is same? Number of total number of numbers is the same in both the cases. So I go for the formula for Sn, I get this one. In the next step, cancel n by 2 to get this equation. Now it is asked T11 upon T dash 11. What is T11? A plus 10D. So we have to find A plus 10D upon A dash plus 10D dash. But here I have got 2A. So I say it is 2A plus 20D upon 2A dash plus 20D dash. Now compare. Coefficient of D n minus 1 happens to be 20. So n minus 1 is 20. That is n equal to 21. And that is why I have put n equal to 21. So that gives me A plus 10D upon A dash plus 10D dash equal to this. We write ratio in reduced form. It is 4 by 3. So the correct option is C. If A raised to n plus 1 plus B raised to n plus 1 upon A raised to n plus B raised to n be arithmetic mean of A and B, then n equal to. Just check options. For n equal to 0, which is given in option C, you get A raised to 0 plus 1, that is A. Similarly, plus B upon what is A raised to 0? It is 1. So you get finally A plus B upon 2. Yes, it is arithmetic mean between A and B. So 0 is the answer. So the correct option is C. The next one. See, the topic is sequences, but you should know laws of logarithm, in some cases trigonometry, in some cases theory of quadratic equations, etc. Now these three terms, log 2, log of 2 raised to n minus 1, log of 2 raised to n plus 3 are in arithmetic progression. So second minus first equal to third minus second. What is log m minus log n? I hope that you won't say take log common. That is absurd. Some students write this and they say, sir, silly mistake. This is not a silly mistake. This is Himalayan blunder. So don't involve in that. What is log m minus log n? Log of m upon n. Actually, I have not written that step. After using that theorem, you have to say taking of the logarithm. So you get this. Again, I have omitted two steps rather. Cross multiply, rearrange the terms. So that is again very important to get this. Now 2 raised to 2n is what? Square of 2 raised to n. Remember. What are the factors? 2 raised to n minus 5, 2 raised to n plus 1. This cannot be 0 because that gives me 2 raised to n equal to minus 1. Absurd. 2 raised to n can never be minus 1. So 2 raised to n minus 5 equal to 0. That gives me 2 raised to n minus 5 equal to 0. That is 2 raised to n equal to 5. Now index n is defined as logarithm of 5 to the base 2. So the correct option is B, Bombay. Now in the next sum, 1 plus 1 plus x plus 1 plus x plus x square up to n terms is. See the solution. See what I have done. I have multiplied each term by 1 minus x. To make hisab barabar, I have to divide each term by what? 1 minus x. Now 1 minus x into 1 is same. 1 minus x into 1 plus x. 1 minus x into this and so on. Next step, 1 minus x as it is. What is 1 minus x into 1 plus x? 1 minus x square. This is 1 minus x cube up to what? 1 minus x raised to n. 1 plus 1 plus 1. How many times? N times. You get n only. Take minus sign common to get x plus x square plus x cube up to x raised to n. This is sum of the first n terms of GP with first term x, common ratio x only. This is the formula. Open the bracket to get this as the final answer. Remember, 1 minus x into 1 minus x is not 1 minus x square. It is square of 1 minus x. So the correct option is B, Bombay. Now this is an interesting sum. Basically this is express the given decimal as a rational number in the form p upon q. See, there are two types of decimals, like or yes, 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 we can write as 0.5. So it is called as terminating decimal. But what about 1 upon 3? Can I just say it is 0.3? No, it is 0.3333 and so on. So we write this as 0.3 dot, or I will say as 3 occurs bar bar. We can write this as 0.3 bar. So here we are asked to express this as a rational number. Now what is 2.345 bar? Means these two digits are repeated. So it is 2.34, I'm sorry, 2.3454545. Now I separate the part which is not repeated. So 2.3 plus this. Now this I can write as 0.045 plus 0.00045 plus 0.5 times 0.45 and so on. Now these terms form an infinite GP with first term as 0.045. And what is the common ratio? Common ratio is 0.01. Remember, mod of common ratio is less than 1. So sum to infinity exists. And this is the formula, a upon 1 minus r. So if you substitute, you get 2.3 plus 0.045 upon 1 minus 0.01. On simplification, you get 129 upon 55. So the correct option is A, Ahmedabad. Now there is shortcut method also. 2.345 bar is 2.345 bar is 2 integral part plus 345 less 3. Why to subtract 3? Because this is the digit which is not repeated. So we subtract this from 345 divided by 990 to get 125 upon 55. Of course, we should get the same answer. I'll take two more. What is 0.3 bar? Integral part is 0 plus 3 minus 0. Why? Because no digit before the digit which is repeated upon 9. So finally it is 1 upon 3. 2.14 bar is what? 2 plus 14 minus 1, because 1 is the digit before 4. 1 is not repeated, upon 90. Simplify to get this. So either you have to write 990 or 990 and so on in the denominator. For GP, pth term is A, qth term is B, rth term is C. Then what is the value of expression? A raised to q minus r into B raised to r minus p into C raised to p minus q. Again, in GP, first term is usually denoted by small a and common ratio by small r. But these two are already taken. So I consider first term as capital A and common ratio as capital R. So using the facts that TP, TQ, TR are ABC respectively, I get these three results. So put these values in the expression. Simplify using laws of indices. You will notice that you get a raised to 0 into r raised to 0, which is 1. So the correct option is B, Bombay. Geometric mean between x and y is g. Then what is 1 upon g square minus x square plus 1 upon g square minus y square? Now g is geometric mean between x and y. So g is root xy. So if you square, you get xy equal to g square. Now value of this expression is asked. So this plus this equal to, substitute g square equal to xy. Now I have taken 1 upon xy common. See, from xy minus x square, I should take minus x common. Then only I'll get x minus y, right? So in bracket, I get minus 1 upon x plus 1 upon y. If I simplify, I simply get 1 upon xy, but xy happens to be g square. So 1 upon g square. So the correct option is B, Bombay. The next one is simple one. C is harmonic mean between A and B. Then C upon A plus C upon B equal to. Now if C is harmonic mean between A and B, then what is C? 2AB upon A plus B. Rearrange the terms. So what is C upon A? 2B upon A plus B. What is C upon B? 2A upon A plus B. Add them. LCM will be same, A plus B. Numerator will be 2B plus 2A. Take 2 common. Cancel A plus B to get 2 as the answer. So the correct option is B. Next, what is sigma r into r plus 3? Usual method is, it is basically sigma r square plus 3r, sigma of sum is sum of sigmas and so on. Now we use shortcut method. See, this is sigma tn. This is nth term of sequence, right? So it will be t1, 1 into 1 plus 3. What will be t2? It will be 2 into 2 plus 3. So when I say put n equal to 2, by that we have to find S2, which is t1 plus t2. So 1 into 1 plus 3 plus 2 into 2 plus 3. It comes out to be 14. Now check options. You will notice that if you put n equal to 2, then in option A only you get 1, 4. So this is the correct option. Suppose you find that for n equal to 2, we are getting 2 answers. Then one way is either to use standard method or take n equal to 3. Next one, S1, S2, S3 represent sum of the first n natural numbers, sum of the squares and sum of the cubes of first n natural numbers. Then S3 into 1 plus 8 S1 equal to. So only formulae part is required. What is S1? N into n plus 1 by 2. What is S2? N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Similarly for S3, n square into n plus 1 square by 4. So what is S3 into 1 plus 8 S1? Substitute the values. Simplify. You will notice that you are getting 9 S2 square. See, actually there is no 9 here, but note that in the square we need 6 ka square, which is 36. We only have 4. So we multiply numerator and denominator by 9 to get this. So the correct option is what? D, Delhi. Next one, 11 cube plus 12 cube up to 20 cube. Remember, sigma r square, or even in this case sigma r cube, gives sum of the cubes of first n natural numbers. The word first is important. So here I write this as 1 cube plus 2 cube up to 20 cube minus 1 cube plus 2 cube up to 10 cube. This I can write as sigma r cube. R goes from 1 to 20. This is important. R should go from 1 to 20. See, this can be used using sigma notation but cannot be evaluated. Minus sigma r cube, R goes from 1 to 10. What is sigma r cube? N square into n plus 1 square by 4. So here put n equal to 20, here put n equal to 10. Simplify. This, for this you will require 10 to 15 seconds. You have to reduce this time. Finally you get 41075, that is 41,075. So the correct option is D, Delhi. This is an important one. For an AP, P into TP is Q into TQ. Then what is P plus Qth term of that particular arithmetic progression? Now P into TP is Q into TQ. So P into A plus P minus 1 into D is Q into this. Open the bracket, rearrange the terms. I have omitted one step here. So on simplification you get A into P minus Q plus P minus Q into this equal to 0. Can I divide by P minus Q? I can, because P is not equal to Q. Otherwise there is no point in saying P into TP is P into TP, right? So I can divide. That gives me A plus P plus Q minus 1 into D equal to 0. Observe that this is nothing but p plus qth term of an arithmetic progression. So the answer is 0 and the correct option is B. Now these two sums are not difficult if you know theory of quadratics. Sum number 30. The geometric mean of roots of x square minus 18x plus 9 equal to 0 is, if alpha beta are the roots, then what is alpha into beta? The product of roots is constant term in the equation 9 upon coefficient of x square. Don't say x square doesn't have coefficient. It has. It is 1. So 9 upon 1, that is 9. So what is geometric mean? Root alpha beta root 9, that is 3. So the correct option is A. The next one. The arithmetic mean and geometric mean of roots of quadratic equation are 8 and 5 respectively, then quadratic equation is. What is quadratic equation? It is x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of roots equal to 0. So if alpha beta are the roots of quadratic equation, then it is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Arithmetic mean alpha plus beta upon 2 is given to be 8. So alpha plus beta is 16. Geometric mean root alpha beta is given to be 5. So alpha into beta is 5 ka square, that is 25. Substitute to get quadratic equation as x square minus 16x plus 25 equal to 0. So the correct option is C, Calcutta. Now this is an important one. A boy goes to school from his home at x km per hour and comes back at y kilometers per hour. His average speed is given by. Now you should basically know that to find the average speed, harmonic mean is to be used. Now this is the reason for that. Let distance of school from home be d. Then what is time taken? It is d upon x. What is t2? It is d upon that speed y. So d upon y. Now what is average speed? To find that, we have to divide total distance by total time. Now both the distances are the same. So we say d plus d. And what about time? It is d upon x plus d upon y. LCM is xy and so on. So if you simplify this, you will notice that you get 2xy upon x plus y. But this is nothing but harmonic mean. So if this sum is asked, you even need not do this. Just say that for average, you have to consider only harmonic mean. The next one, the logarithms of the numbers in, this should be GP, geometric progression, are in. This is a simple one. I consider ABC as 3 numbers in GP. So B square is AC. Take logarithm on both the sides. So log of B square is log AC. So 2 log B is log A plus log C. At this stage only you can say that yes, log B is the arithmetic mean. So numbers are in AP, or rearrange the terms. Say that difference between two consecutive terms is constant. So the terms are in AP. So the correct option is A, Ahmedabad. Now the last two sums. Sum number 34, e raised to x equal to. See, this is given in your textbook. I think, if I'm not wrong, on page number 40. You can check it under the topic power series. So in that, expressions for e raised to x, sin x, cos x, log of 1 plus x, etc. are given. So you have to remember this, that what is e raised to x? It is 1 plus x upon 1 factorial plus x square upon 2 factorial plus x cube upon 3 factorial and so on. So the correct option is B, Bombay. The next one, 1 into 5 plus 3 into 7 plus 5 into 9 and so on up to n terms. Now the usual method is you have to find Tn, that is nth term. Why? Because Sn is nothing but sigma Tn. But here we can use shortcut method. For n equal to 1, we get what? 1 into 5, that is 5. Now check options one by one. Put n equal to 1 and see whether you get 5 or not. You will notice that in option D only you get 5. So the correct option is D. Thanks for attending this particular